Hey guys, today's topic is how to take a day off as a solo agent. Yes, it can be done. I will teach you how. My name is Ashley Harwood. I am a coach, trainer, agent in the Boston area. I am also the founder and CEO of Move Over Extroverts, which is a coaching and training company for introverted real estate agents. Today's topic applies to all solo agents, though, not just my introverts. How do you take a day off? Is that even possible? There are people who actually legit believe that real estate agents cannot take a day off or shouldn't. And that to me is crazy, because if you work every single day, you will burn out. There's no maybe, there's no just work harder and push through it. No, you will burn out. It can affect your health. You might end up in the hospital. I'm not trying to scare you. These are real things that happen from people I know personally who burn themselves out. So one way to avoid that is to take days off. Don't worry, we will have another whole video on avoiding burnout. Hot take, one of the ways to avoid burnout is taking days off. So how do you do that though? You're a solo agent, you don't have a team, maybe you don't have an admin, maybe you don't have a transaction coordinator. What do you do? What do your clients do? What do you tell them? So here are some tips for taking days off. Tip number 1, partner with another agent in your office, someone you trust, someone who is at a similar production level as you or is less busy than you are. Essentially, someone who has the time, but also has enough experience that you trust them to handle whatever might come up. Now, this is a good tool to use not only for days off, but also for vacations. And we'll have another video on vacations because that's a separate thing. But for days off, the way you do this is you approach a colleague and you say, hey, how would you feel about partnering, but not, in any official capacity? We're not starting a business together. How do you feel about being days off partners? We'll cover for each other. Probably not weekends, but maybe if you can make that work. Usually like a Wednesday or a Thursday, maybe a Tuesday. A weekday in the middle of the week is usually easiest to take a day off. So maybe you and your colleague decide, okay, you take Tuesdays off, I'm going to take Wednesdays off. We cover for each other. If it's going to be completely equitable like that, then you might be able to get away with simply saying, I cover for you, you cover for me. That's it, no additional compensation. If it's not going to be totally equitable, perhaps you're having someone cover for you and you're not covering for them. Maybe they're in a different situation. Maybe they have a transaction coordinator. Maybe they don't have any clients right now and there's nothing for you to do. In that situation, you would want to offer compensation for their time. The easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is to offer a hourly rate. Keep track of how much you end up working during this day, and I will write you a check or Venmo you. You could also offer a percentage of a closed transaction, although if you're going to do that, that more applies if it's a longer term, like a vacation coverage, and they're running around with a buyer for a week and then writing the offer. And it's usually a little more involved to have it be a percentage, So I would probably stick to an hourly rate, and that's negotiated ahead of time. Now, here's how you set it up with your clients. Okay. If you have this already in place when you're meeting with a new client, you very simply explain to them, listen, I work with a lot of amazing people. I will introduce you to a few lenders that I work with, some attorneys. I can recommend some home inspectors for you. And there will be times I'm not available, but my trusted colleague will take very good care of you when those times come up. And you provide them all their contact information. You set it up right from the beginning. Most of the time, it'll be me. Sometimes it'll be them. They're highly qualified. I trust them. They'll take care of you, no problem. All right, so you set it up like that. If it's with an existing client and you're implementing this, it's sort of the same conversation. Listen, I'm not going to be available on Wednesday. However, Joe is going to be your contact person for any real estate emergencies. You can use this language when you're having a conversation and explaining it to a client. You can also use it in your email autoresponder. If you choose to set up an autoresponder for the day, you can say, for any real estate emergencies. That is the language, because more often than not, your client will think, is this an emergency or can it wait a day? There are very few real estate emergencies. Most things can wait a day. So that is my advice. That's actually step 2. Okay, that's step 2. Step 1, partner with a colleague, cover for each other. Step 2, set up your email autoresponder with that language. For any real estate emergencies, please contact so-and-so. There are a lot of pieces to this. We don't have time to go through all of it. But what I will leave you with is step 3. Give yourself permission to take time off. And it does not have to be a full day. If that sounds super intimidating and not doable, no problem. Don't start with a full day. Start with half a day. Start with a couple hours. A good friend of mine, an agent who I've known for years, sent me the loveliest Facebook voice message the other day. And she said, "You will be so proud of me. I'm taking the afternoon off. I'm going to the beach and I'm not bringing my family." And I was so proud. I was so excited because we've been talking about this for a long time, how it's important to have that alone time. For most of us, we need that, right? And she did it. She was all excited, and I wrote back. I said, "I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Enjoy the beach." So she got her work done in the morning, and I'm recording this in the middle of July in New England. So perfect beach weather. Go do your thing, bring a book, listen to the ocean, come back refreshed, and you will be, I promise you will be a better real estate agent for your clients when you take time away from the business. If you don't trust me, if you don't believe me, try it and then pop into the comments and tell us how it went. All right, that's all. See you guys next time.